Hello, everybody. Yes, I was waiting to see that little "You are live" in my screen down here because I tried it before and it didn't work. And I was like, oh no, oh no. Okay, my name's Kath. I'm the creator of the Cheapskates Club, where our goal is to live life debt-free, cashed up and laughing. And we are all doing it, aren't we? Or we are on our way to doing it. If this is your first time visiting our channel, welcome. I'm really glad to see you here, have you here. And if it's not, of course, we're old friends, so welcome back. How has everybody been? Oh, let me see, lots of comments. Okay. I was doing a bit of a happy dance this morning because the heat was over. Thank goodness. Hello, Evelyn. Hi, Kylie. Hello, Mrs. Dillagaff. Hello, Mandy. Hello, Delaney. Has it cooled off for you too? I know further north from us it's still really warm. Hello, Jaka. Hi, Linda from WA. Welcome. Yeah, you had it really cool over the weekend when we were sweltering. It was a bit of an about turn, wasn't it? Hello, Utah. Hello, Daniel, Yvonne, Bobstar, Beverly, G5, Salmon, Charlene. There you go. I should know that by now. I do apologise, Charlene. Honestly, I think my brain has turned to sludge, especially since I was sick a few weeks ago. Hi, Cheryl. Okay. Oh, it's really humid. My hair's all fuzzy and frizzy, but not to worry. Let's get started and then we'll move on to, because if anyone needs to leave or go, they can. And then we can do our after show chat again this week if anyone is interested. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. I'm trying to get myself organized. Alrighty. So, live chat's enabled. To join live chat, and we'd love you to join it, all you need to do is log into your YouTube account. If you don't have one, not a problem. You can leave a comment in the comments section below, and I do read them. I read all the comments, so that's fine. Now, let's see. I said we'd get started. So, I talk about buying in bulk, something I really like to do. But is it smart shopping or is it just overspending? What do you think? You know, it's a bit of a debate. And I'm talking about it because a couple of weeks ago I was having this discussion with someone who thinks that having more than what you need in the house for today is just ridiculous. Even after what we've been through in the last 4 years, this person thinks it's just, no, just shop every day. Buy what you need, the smallest milk, the smallest cheese, the smallest loaf of bread, one potato, you know, one tomato, the smallest cucumber. They're quite happy to do that. So, is buying in bulk wasteful or is it efficient? Does it really save you money or does it cost you more? Does it cost you more because you buy a lot of stuff that you then don't use, so that money's wasted? Or you buy too much of it before you can use it all and it goes off? That money's wasted. Only you know. Only you have the authority to determine which of those applies to your household. I can't tell you what applies to your household. I don't live in it. I don't run it. I don't pay your bills. Just like you can't tell me what to do in mine. But there isn't actually a right or wrong way to go about buying in bulk, and bulk means different things to different people. I always giggle when I see the ads. You used to get them in the letterbox, now you don't, but you look them up online and it's, bulk sausages 1.2 kilos. Now, if you live alone or there's only 2 of you, that could be bulk. But for me, with a family of 5, That wasn't bulk. Bulk is 10 kilos, 15 kilos, 20 kilos. That's bulk to me. So it's all relative to our lifestyles, isn't it? And to the way we live. So I'm going to try and sit on the fence here tonight for a little while, I guess, or play devil's advocate and perhaps give the pros and the cons of both points of view, because we're all different. We all live different lifestyles. We all have different incomes and budgets and responsibilities. So what's bulk to me may not be bulk to you, and what's bulk to you may well be overwhelming to me. Now, I will say, and most of you know, I love buying our groceries in bulk. I'm in absolute heaven if I can do a one-stop, get it all, pay for it, head home shop. That is my dream shopping trip. I don't like grocery shopping. I don't like shopping. Shopping is a chore. Shopping is not a recreational activity. It's not something where you load the kids in the car and go off to the local shopping centre and meet a friend with their kids and wander around. That is not what we do. Shopping is a chore. It's like doing the washing or sweeping the floors, vacuuming, cleaning the shower. It is a chore. It is not a hobby. And if you do that, if you load the kids in the car on the holidays and off you trot to the shopping centre and you meet a friend and you wander around window shopping, you don't have to spend anything, but you're actually teaching those little minds that shopping is entertainment. It's not entertainment. It is work. It is a chore. So I like one-stop shops. It's part of the main reason I loved the once-a-year shopping that I do. It's get in, get it all, get it home. So for me, I spend 3 days doing our year's shopping. Then I don't have to do it for another 51 weeks. That really appeals to me. So that means I buy a lot of things in bulk. Now, bulk doesn't mean cheaper. It means more. Look it up in the dictionary. It does not say bulk, cheaper. It says bulk, more, bigger, lots of. Bulk buys are often cheaper just because of the economy of scale, the economy of quantity, if you like. But you still need to know your unit price for everything you buy, because sometimes those bulk prices, they are more expensive. They are not necessarily cheaper. So let me say it again. Bulk means more, not cheaper. We might need to all write that in the top of our shopping list or in our planners or something. Because, it's easy to get sucked in, especially when we have places like Costco and now Coles are doing their bulk buys. Not necessarily cheaper, guys, just bigger. And if it's bigger and you take it home and you can't use it in a timely fashion, then it's wasteful too. Okay, so once a year when I buy the groceries and I buy 48 tins of pineapple, I'm buying them in bulk. I'm buying 4 trays of pineapple. But I'm not getting a discount. Aldi doesn't do discounts. I still pay shelf price. But if I go to the greengrocer and I arrange to buy 50 kilos of potatoes, and I have done that in the past, I can negotiate, usually, a discounted price because it's a bulk buy. After the heat wave of the last few days, I seriously considered contacting our power company and asking them if I could get a bulk discount for the power we'd use to run the air conditioner. Seriously, I thought, I'll just ring them up and see what they say. Could you imagine it? this mad woman ringing up and saying, look, you know, I want a bulk discount because I've used a lot of power the last few days, I might still do it. I just think it will be fun. Anyway, I shop in bulk for most of the things that we have in the house. If you've seen my pantry tour, you'll see how there's rarely one of anything. In fact, I don't think I have one of anything. But groceries, meat, fruit and veg, cleaning supplies, toiletries, makeup, they're all things I buy in bulk. And because it's convenient. It's really convenient for me to hit the supermarkets once a year, get it over and done with. Because that means that then I only have to zip in to pick up milk, a few other perishables that we've run out of. It is so good. I can be in and out in around 10 minutes. That suits me just fine. I do not like supermarkets. I do not like wandering up and down. It annoys the bejeebers out of me. Sometimes it takes me longer to find a parking spot than it does to get in and get out. And that for me means that buying in bulk is convenient. It makes my life easier. And it's money, time, energy efficient. I'm not the most efficient person. I try to be, but you know, I am only human. So think of it this way. If you're busy, you're trying to feed a family, you're trying to run the home, you perhaps work outside of your home, you're still trying to stay sane and reasonably together, then buying in bulk is going to help you. It means that it will cut a lot of the shopping hassle because it takes a long time to do the groceries. And, you know, it's a bit of a pain. When you get home and you want to make something and you open the fridge and there's no cheese for the spaghetti, or you suddenly realise you're out of milk. And oops, no, we've used all the powdered milk. We'll go for, oh no, we used all the long life last week and it hasn't been replaced. So buying in bulk can save those things, save those expensive little trips, because it's a bit like you go to the supermarket for a loaf of bread and a bottle of milk and come out $50 later with stuff that you don't need. But is buying in bulk really, what's the word I want? Is it really that efficient? Because there's nothing wrong with convenience and efficiency. It's kind of smart if you can be efficient in your home and get your work done, and or efficient at your job and get your work done, you know, get things done in a timely manner. Life runs a bit more smoothly. Most people would say it's smart. I really try to be as efficient as I can with my money, with my time, with my energy, especially these days. But it is a bit of a work in progress. But then you've got the people who say, oh, doesn't matter, buying in bulk, you might think it's efficient, but really it's wasteful. It's actually greedy, or even worse, hoarding. When you buy in bulk, you're a hoarder. You're just taking things away from other people. You're hoarding. Again, that's sort of a matter of opinion, a point of view, rather than fact, I think. What do you think? Let me pop over and see. Let me pop over and see. Oh, thank you, Patricia. It's all frizzy. It's very humid here. There was a drop of rain not a few minutes ago. I only one of anything in the cupboard. I don't know how people would survive. I bet those people panicked during lockdowns. Amanda's like me. She loathes shopping. Yes. Hello, Barb. I cleared the shelf of something last week, the week before. Can't think what it was. It was it's on my shopping list, but it wasn't something I'd planned to buy, so I had to raid my slush fund. I can't remember what it was, but it was marked down, and then there was full price next to it, and this lady came up and she looked at the full price, she looked at the markdown, she picked it up, she looked it over, she put it down, she walked off with the full price one. No difference. They both had the same best before. The packaging was the same. I don't know why one was marked down and the other wasn't, but you can bet your bottom dollar I took all the markdown ones. I can't think what it was. Now I'm going to rack my brain. I'll have to go back through my notes. People are weird. I cleared the shelf. I've been known to clear the shelf of a few things a few times. Okay. Kylie does bulk shopping. Yep. For 6 months. Way to go. 5 hours, 6 months. That's such a time saver. And if you've got a lot of travel to do for shopping, I used to have to travel an hour and a half each way to shop. So I didn't want to do it every week. It was painful. So that's really good, Kylie. It just makes sense. Just makes sense now. All right. So whether you're buying in bulk or hoarding, I don't think it's hoarding. It's only hoarding if you're not using it. It's still an opinion. People could say that I'm a hoarder. They look at my pantry, it's full all the time. It's full. I'm keeping it full all the time. I'm not letting it run down. And yeah, people have called me a hoarder and told me I'm selfish and I'm greedy, and I'm not a very good example. I've never claimed to be a good example, folks. I don't think it is. I think that it's smart and it's wise. It's good stewardship to know how much I use in a certain space of time, and then be smart enough to buy it at the lowest possible price so that my family doesn't go without. And so I'm keeping more of our family money in the family. Everything in my pantry gets used up. It gets used up well before it has a chance to get stale or go off, because we use what we buy in bulk and we rotate through it, so nothing is wasted. And as I'm topping up or replacing at the moment, because as I use something, I replace it. It's used, it goes on the list, it gets bought, replaced, it goes to the bottom of the pile. So everything is rotated through. We've talked about this before. It's really important to keep your pantry stocks rotating. Now, of course, some things you'll go through faster than others, but you still rotate through them. I buy what we need. I buy what we like. I buy what we use. And even though I do buy it in bulk, buy lots of something, I only buy enough to last as long as I want to be able to rely on the pantry. I don't have 30 years worth of anything sealed up in mylar bags, in buckets with gamma lids stacked to the ceiling in the shed or wherever, and in the spare room, wardrobe, under the beds, whatever. I don't have anything like that. I have enough to last as long as I want to be able. I have enough in the house to be able to last as long as I think we would need to if we had no income, or if we couldn't shop, if we couldn't buy food or cleaning supplies or toiletries. But I certainly don't have 20 years or 30 years. I don't even have 10 years or 5 years of anything stashed away. I just don't. I've never wanted to. It helps that most of what we buy is generic. I was at Costco with Hannah a couple of weeks ago. Flour. I was stunned at the small amount of flour they actually had. The bays at my store used to sort of head down them. They were used to be on the left, and there was 1, 2, 3 of those big bays full of flour. I had to go looking for it when I was with Hannah, and it was one bay in a completely different aisle, just one bay, and all the flours are piled in together. So would I buy more flour if I could? Yes, because obviously we go through it. And I'm making a lot of bread at the moment for some reason. I seem to be going on a bread craze and hot cross bun craze, and since I've got the tortilla press, the tortilla craze. So I'm going through flour more than I had thought, or more than we usually would. I'm sure that we will lose the excitement soon and cut back, but I did want to get some more flour. But it's still, checking your prices, because yes, branded flour is cheap at Costco, but flour is flour, guys. Flour is flour. For general baking, self-raising flour, whether it's got a brand name on it or it's plain label, is self-raising flour. Same for plain flour. It's got a brand name on it or it's a generic label, it's plain flour. Plain flour. Baker's flour is a little different. I don't buy baker's flour. I have never bought baker's flour. I'm pretty sure that when I started baking bread 40 years ago, I didn't know such a thing existed. Plain flour, yeast, salt and sugar, a little bit of oil, although in those days I used to put butter in my bread. A little bit of oil, some water, and away you go. Pretty sure I didn't know baker's flour existed. I'm pretty sure until all those fancy hoity-toity cooking shows started, most of us didn't know there was such a thing as baker's flour. When it all of a sudden became trendy to make your own bread or to do your own bagels or buns or sourdough or whatever. But you need to know your prices, and you need to know your unit prices, because those flours sometimes are more expensive than what you can get in your plain labels at your ordinary supermarket. So you need to know your prices. That applies to sugar, to butter, to eggs, to mayonnaise, honey, anything, you still need to know your unit prices for all those things. So that's where your price book comes in handy, and checking the specials before you leave home. Now, where are we up to? Evelyn replaces what she uses each week too. Yep. Excellent. That's what I do as well. Now, I'm still live. Yes. Okie dokie. The cheapest prices aren't always supermarkets either, or Costco or other places like that. There are plenty of small independent suppliers that are really cheap, really, really cheap. And if they are, I tend to give them my grocery dollar before the bigger ones. To me, it's just common sense. I see no point in paying more than I need to for something that just by changing where I buy it, I can save some money. It doesn't make sense to me. It's not convenient. So, it's just foolishness and a waste of my time and energy and money. The other thing is, it makes sense to wait until things are on sale to stock up, so that you get at least enough to last until the next sale, and that way you keep more of your money. It also means that you can build your stockpile, if that's what you want to do, faster. Shop around. Guys, we talked last week, we all have the same 24 hours in the day. It's what we do with them that make the difference. Shop around. These days, you don't even have to leave home. You can do it with your phone, an app on your phone can find the cheapest prices for you. It's not difficult. It's not like you have to go from store to store writing down prices. Not anymore. You can do it all online. So there's no excuse to not do it. I was contacted last week by a lovely lady called Susie. She was asking about citric acid. She wanted to know where she could get it cheaper than the supermarket. I wasn't sure where she was because she didn't say, so I couldn't tell her anything other than I buy my citric acid in bulk and I buy it from Hindustan Imports. Now, they're in Dandenong South. They do sell online, but if I'm going that way, I usually have a list, and a couple of times a year I do go that way. So I take my list with me and I plan the trip to Hindustan, just because I don't want to pay postage. But even if I did pay the postage, it would still be a darn sight cheaper than buying from the supermarket. I use a lot of citric acid. I use it for cooking, I use it for preserving, I use it for cleaning. Now, it works out to be, from Hindustan, 500 grams works out to be, okay, at the supermarket, do it this way. Supermarket, $3 for a 75-gram container of citric acid. From Hindustan, 52 cents for 75 grams. That's if you buy 500 grams. 500 grams of citric acid isn't a lot if you use it for cleaning and cooking and making cordial and preserving and whatever. It won't last long. That is a big difference. In fact, it's about 600% more to buy the same quantity at the supermarket. 600%. It pays to buy in bulk, and it pays to check your prices. That's an outrageous amount. Now, we did a show a while back, and it was something about, some herbs and spices can be up to 900% more. buying them at the supermarket as opposed to buying them in bulk from an Asian grocer, an Indian grocer, Hindustan Imports, Two Brothers Foods. There's a lot of them around. You can pay up to 900% more at the supermarket. Why would you? That does not make sense. When you have the opportunity to get it from somewhere else and save all that money. We need to know these things, and we need to understand how buying in bulk can actually work in our favor like that, because 500 grams of citric acid is not a lot. It's not a lot. You make orange cordial or the 50/50 cordial from our recipe file. You use it for cleaning, preserving. It's gone in no time. Anyway, just saying, paying all that money more than you need to is foolishness. Kylie just posted, let me see, 100% pure eucalyptus oil, Heartland Road, Heartlands, Huntley, North Vic. They post Australia-wide. They can get up to 5 litre bottles. Yes. I do. I'll finish Kylie's first. That's I have bought eucalyptus oil in 5 litre bottles, 5 litre jugs before, and split it with friends because I thought 5 litres of eucalyptus oil was a lot. It's not really when you use it in miracle spray, and I put it in our throat lozenges, and I put it in the air fresheners and in the shower pucks and all sorts of things we use eucalyptus oil for, and cleaning. I'm notorious for just grabbing the eucalyptus oil and a cloth for cleaning sticky stuff up. I do that all the time. So there you go. Heartlands, Huntley North. Okay. So 355 something. So that's around Bendigo. Bendigo 355. No, 344. Anyway. Okay, do I know if there's a reason Aldi stopped publishing grocery prices online? Apparently it was too hard. Seriously? That's what they told me. I went to Sydney, met with a couple of guys from Sydney, did a tour of the Manly store when it was the first store that was redone in the new corporate livery, and told them I didn't like it. I still don't like it. It's dark and dingy. It's just, anything warehouse looks awful to me. I don't like it. And the black, the grey, the dark grey with just the lighter timber, no, didn't work for me. That does not make me want to shop in that store. I don't like, same reason I don't like Woolworths. The green they use for Woolworths, the Woolworths corporate green, is dirty. It is a dirty green. It is not a clean green. It looks dirty. The brown they use is dirty. I don't like it at all. And they do, honestly, they do impact the way you shop or the way you feel about shopping. I will shop at Woolies. I'm getting better at going to Woolworths. But I go in with my list and I go out like I do with Coles and Aldi anyway. I don't linger, but I go in and I go out. But I am never comfortable in a Woolworths or an Aldi store. I do not like, the lighting is wrong and the colours are awful. I don't like them at all. So I go in and I don't put, if it's not on my list, it does not go in the trolley. I don't do impulse buys in those stores. I don't like them. So yeah, they actually said, because it was just that it had just gone when I went up for the meeting, and I used it a lot because I would put my quantities in. It would give me the price, it give me the total. I could print it out and take it with me. It was brilliant. And no, they just said no. They found it too hard to update the prices. And I'm like, seriously, because guys, how stupid do you think I am? Because Coles can do it, Woolies can do it. And you're saying that Aldi's programmers can't write a program to do it. Apparently Aldi's programmers can't write a program to do it. That was the official reason I was told. I personally, I think it was because they just don't like making it easy for their competition to check their prices, which they do anyway, because they do secret shoppers. And I also think they wanted to make it a little bit more difficult so that their customers will go, we have to go to Aldi because Aldi's cheaper, and we'll buy as much as we can there and only get what we can't get from Aldi at the other supermarket. Whereas if you can compare the prices, you switch them around, don't you? And you get the cheapest here, and then you go to store B for the next lot and store C for the next lot. So yeah, that was what I was told. They told me that before. I told them I hated their new store layouts and the new colours, and yeah, they are getting better. The one thing with Aldi that I absolutely liked, when they do a new store fit out, they use local tradesmen and they buy the materials for the fit out from a local supplier. It might be a local independent hardware store, the local timber supplier, the local glue supplier, whatever, but they try and support local as best they can. So the Aldi store in Timbuktu gets fitted out as best they can using materials bought there with tradesmen that are there, whereas the store in Waikakamukau gets the same treatment but using materials from their stores and their tradesmen, which I sort of thought was rather nice. I liked that. People don't like Aldi. Lots of people don't like Aldi. They're actually quite good in supporting local, which is really nice. Jane has 2 or 3 stores for bulk, yep, which is really good. Yeah, see, it's not just me. It's not just, I know they're not. I know the stores aren't dirty. I know that, but oh my gosh, those colours are dirty colours. You know, I just think they're awful. Hi, Hev. Well, you know what? Being rural, you buy ingredients and you do the best you can with them. And I think that's a really good way to go. Okay, now. So I love buying in bulk. I love buying more than 1 tin of diced tomatoes and 1 box of wheat bix. In fact, I had a funny conversation with Wayne just this afternoon when he came home, as he went to get something, and I said, oh, there's more of that on the shelf. Coffee. He's taken to, not all the time, but every now and then he likes a coffee bag instead of his regular coffee. So it's okay. They were on half price about 6 weeks ago, I guess. 6 weeks ago. So I bought a few boxes for him and put them up on the shelf. And I said to him, oh, you need to get another box of coffee. It's on the shelf. He went, I noticed that. He said, and then I thought we were out of wheat bix, and I looked up and we've got wheat bix. We've always got wheat bix. We've always got wheat bix. But I said, yeah, they were on half price. So they're actually fruity bix he was talking about. I'm not fruity bix. What do they call them now? Fruity bites. He was talking about, yeah, and I looked up and we've got them because I restocked It was really funny. Anything that cuts down on supermarket time is the bee's knees to me. I don't like supermarkets. I don't like pushing trolleys around. I don't like having to negotiate around people that park themselves in front of you and start talking, or park the trolley and wander off halfway down the aisle to get something. I don't have the patience these days. I don't have the tolerance these days. If you're in a supermarket and I growl at you, I apologise in advance, but sometimes I just can't help it. It frustrates the daylights out of me. It's a chore. Get in and get it done. Yeah. When it comes to buying in bulk, really though, it's up to you. Like I said in the beginning, bulk is relative. It just means more. What is more to me may not be more to you. Like the 1.2 kilo bulk pack of sausages that always makes me laugh. Because that's like, for my family, that's like, 2 meals, it's gone. So it's just the way it is. It does mean, though, that when it comes to the budget, you need to be a bit canny with your planning so that you're not overspending the budget and leaving yourself short, or dipping into another budget area and then having to make it up. So when you're getting started, it might take you a while to get into a bulk routine. It took me probably 2 years to get fully into the once a year shopping, because I had to. That's a lot of money to spend just in the supermarket, once a year. It takes a lot of cash, so you have to save it up. It takes a little time, a little effort, a little planning. It's worth it for the convenience. It's worth it for less stress. It's worth it for the peace in a hectic life. And I don't know what it is, but all our life, my life just seems to get busier. I thought, when my kids started school, I thought I'd have a bit of spare time. Well, no, I didn't. When the kids left school, I thought, no, I'm going to have free up some time. It didn't. As they've grown up and moved on, I thought I would have some more time. I haven't. Hannah moved out. I thought, I'll have a bit more time. No, I don't. She was on the phone to me yesterday. Mum, my Bunnings doesn't have these particular tent pegs and I need them. Can you go and get them for me? I suppose so. So when I go out tomorrow, luckily I go past the Bunnings, I will go in and get these particular tent pegs that she needs. I'm just busier. Life is more hectic. I thought as I got older, got grayer, that it will be a little bit easier and I'd have more time, but I don't. So anything that makes my world more comfortable, anything that makes my life easier, I am all for it. And if that means buying in bulk, that's what I will do. If you're one of those people who only shop for what you need when you need it, that's fine. That's fine if you like it, if you enjoy it, if it works for you. But if there's a sudden strike, sudden shortage, sudden weather event, something that means that the one loaf of bread that you had is gone and you need more and now you can't get it, and you don't have flour because you don't bake, you buy what you need when you need it, maybe it's worth thinking about having at least two, one as a backup. And I've got notes down to do a show about that, as two is one and one is none, because some of the things that we need we can run out of quite quickly, and it can be really annoying, if not devastating, to not be able to get them when we want them. Whereas if we have the backup, we've got a bit of wriggle room. We suddenly find ourselves unemployed. We've got that extra week's worth of meals in the freezer. We've got the sandwich stuff in the pantry. We've got the wriggle room. We don't have to panic straight away. We can take a breath and not worry about that for a couple of days. That sort of thing. Okay. So what do you think? Is buying in bulk smart? Or is it hoarding? Is it overspending? Is it blowing the budget? Is it just filling the house up with clutter? Is it wasting your time, wasting your energy? Let me know. I'm going back through. Oh gosh. All right. I prefer the lighting in Coles. That could be my eyesight. I do have trouble with, I have to have white light. My lights are set to daylight all the time, white light. My craft lamp for knitting and when I do embroidery is a white light. Blue lights and yellow lights don't work for me. I can't see in them. So I prefer the Coles lighting. Woolworths lighting is more yellow, so it makes it very difficult for me to see. But we all have different things in the way it affects us. Yeah, I don't like yellow and black. Reminds me of a bee or a wasp. No. Which, yeah, don't like them. Alrighty, as a bulk shopper. Yep, stops the impulse buys. It does too. Yeah, I've never once been asked what colours I prefer. I don't know anyone that has. I don't know who comes up with them. The people that come up with them, I often wonder what their homes are like, what their clothing's like, what colour the car is that they drive, you know, what their paintings and wall art look like. So, yeah. One colour it's really interesting. I don't like red. And when I say I don't like red appliances. I don't like red furniture. I don't like red curtains or soft furnishings, anything like that. I do have a red soup ladle and a red spaghetti lifter thingamajigger and a pair of red silicone tongs. And Hannah gave me those, and the only reason they're red is because there was no other colour. The soup ladle and the spaghetti lifter thingamajigger I've had since we were married. And again, I think they came from Jewel at the time, and they were like 29 cents each or something. So I don't like red like that. And I don't like red cars. But I love red shoes. I love red handbags. And if it's the right red, I don't mind a shirt or a blouse or a cardigan or a jumper. But it's got to be the right red. I like the blue-based reds, the cool reds, not the orange bases, not the warm reds, the hot reds. Don't like those at all. It's really interesting, isn't it? And Wayne bought me a toaster, a new toaster a couple of years ago. He came home with it. The card ladies were here. I have Maureen's on tonight. Card ladies were here, and he was so excited to give me this toaster or give me this present. And I opened it and it was red. And I can't have it. Sorry. And he went, why? I said, look around. Is there anything red in this house? Now, he grew up, his mother loved red. And she had red, all like red towels, red cars, red, all sorts of reds. I don't like red furnishings. So we had to take it back and swap it for the cream that matches my mixer and my kettle and my food processor. He understood when I explained to him, I don't like red. And he's like, and when I said to him, it's your mum that likes red, that's when he got it, because he grew up with red. His mum liked red. They had red cars. They always had red cars. The towels in the bathroom were always red. Yeah, it was really funny. So colour plays a lot in our lives. Yep, roads and train lines are closed down, or you're in the city and there's some, what are they protesting about tomorrow? Climate change or something ridiculous? Someone should tell them they need to shut their mouths because they're causing climate change by breathing. It is hard work. It's hard work. Raising kids was hard. Raising 3 kids was hard. And I had easy kids. I would never have survived if they were hard, but they were easy. But it was hard work. But tending your garden, I love them. I love being outside. I love being in my garden. But it is actually work. When I say to people, I just love being in the garden, so that automatically, to people that don't know, they automatically think that it's fun, that it's a hobby, relaxation, entertainment, amusement, something. It's not me actually weeding and watering and fertilizing and pruning and thinning and sowing and harvesting and tying things up and pulling things out, chopping things down, doing the edges, all that sort of stuff, throwing nets over the trees. That's all work. I love it. I love doing it, but it's work. I enjoy preserving. I love to fill the canner with things. I love to fill it with mince or chicken or beans or tomato sauce or whatever, but it's hard work. It takes time and it takes a lot of effort. So yeah, we are busier than ever. Maybe that's why. Cheryl. I don't stop either. I was thinking this afternoon as I was scrubbing the shower, and you know what? I have discovered, we've only been married 35 years, and it's taken me this long to discover it. My kitchen broom is the best shower cleaner I could have. Absolute, the soft floor broom for the kitchen cleans those tiles. It gets into the grout. It does along the edges under the shower screen. It is brilliant. I put a bucket of water in the shower. I put my miracle spray in the bucket, dip the broom, and go scrub it up and down, swish it around, across the screen. I do as much of the door as I can without making a huge mess on the floor. It does a brilliant job. And then I simply turn the shower on and swizzle the thing around to rinse it all off. Shower's clean. 35 years I've been cleaning showers. I just discovered to use the broom. And then I do the tiles on the floor. And I discovered by accident doing it on the floor because the grout was really, we have very pale grey grout, really, really pale grey grout in our bathroom. And it was starting to look dirty and dingy. And I think that was my fault because I think I actually mopped before I swept once. And of course the dust turned to mud. Anyway, I slopped some miracle spray and some water over the tiles this day, and I was so frustrated I just got the broom, went with the broom. So easy to clean the grout with the broom. Didn't have to get down on my knees, didn't have to scrub, just go backwards and forwards. Game changer, folks. game changer when it comes to cleaning the showers. Use your broom. So easy. And now I've totally forgotten what I was saying. It'll come back to me, I am sure. Anyway, what's Delaney say? Black and gold. Oh, have you ever had black and gold baked beans? Don't. If you were starving, you would enjoy them, but otherwise they're terrible. And black and gold tomatoes, tin tomatoes, always maybe 3 or 4 pieces of tomato and a lot of really watery stuff. Kylie, yes, it frees up time. Bulk shopping is wonderful. Yeah, one less task to do. I used to shop once a month when we had, you know, a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a newborn. I would shop once a month. It was Thursday. Thursday night, Wayne would come home. We'd load the kids in the car. I had my big list, my book. I'd walk around. He had the kids in the trolley, and I had the trolley for the groceries, and we'd go up and down, and he would help lift the heavy things and stuff for me and help me put it away when we got home. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I don't like grocery shopping. In fact, these days I'm tending to not like leaving home. I'm rather becoming even more of a homebody than I have been in the past. Coles lights are too harsh for you. Yeah, could be, Fiona, where I need the bright light to be able to see properly. The duller lights, the yellow lights and the blue lights, no. I struggle to see with that lighting. Have shops at Costco when she can, just she doesn't have to go more often. Cheese and margarine in the freezer, yep. Coles lighting is whiter than the Woolies. Their corporate colour is a burgundy and a light timber colour. In store, their actual logo is a blue-red. Yes, well, bulk shopping for the time it saves. I've gone up to here. I've lost them. Jane loves red. South Australian time, yep. Isn't it funny how we all like different colours? See, I love blue. Blues are my colours. I like soft blues, strong blues, dark blues, light blues, aqua blues. They're all colours that I like. All right. Okay. Now, it's nearly 8:30. So it's time to finish. Thank you for sticking with me so far. I really appreciate you taking your time out on a Tuesday night when I'm sure there are other things that you would like to be doing. If you aren't already subscribed to our channel, I would absolutely be honoured if you would click that subscribe button that's just down there and then the little bell next to it. And all that does is gives us permission to notify you every time we go live or upload a new video. On that note, folks, we're getting back on track with our videos. We've worked around some of the issues I was having with different cameras and setting different lights, setting things up. So we're getting back on track with our videos, which will be nice. I've done 3 cooking videos. So hopefully they will be out tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. I will bombard you with them for a while till we get caught up. It's taken a bit of time and a bit of thinking and fiddling around on my part, because my kitchen isn't big. I don't have a lot of space, and the lighting in my kitchen is fine for working day to day for me. It is not good for recording videos. So working out lighting and cameras, it's such a pain to have to set the cameras up every time. So we've sort of figured out where they can pretty much stay all the time. So that'll be nice. Just makes it, again, it just makes my life easier. Probably makes everyone else in the house struggle with something, but it makes my life easier. So I'm really excited about that. So yes, subscribe so you don't miss out, because they will be coming quite fast for the next few weeks probably until we get caught up. Now, if you like tonight's topic, let me know in the comments. As I said, I read every comment. If you've got a question, put it in the comments. In capitals helps me find it easier, but if you forget, that's fine. I'll read the comments and hopefully I'll go, oh, it's a question I can answer. And hit the thumbs up button if you like the show, if you like the channel. That's really good. If you know anyone who might like this video, might like to listen or read your comments, they can on replay. There's a share button, so just use it to send them the link. We don't bombard them with anything. They don't get pestered by us ever. So there's just 3 things: subscribe, like, share. They help our channel grow. They make it easier to be found. And of course, like I say every week, the easier it is to find us, the easier it is to spread the message that it is absolutely possible to live life debt-free, cashed up and laughing, and absolutely okay, even in today's crazy world. All right, now I will be back live next Tuesday. New videos coming out now. You'll be sick of them by the time. They won't be really long, hopefully. They should be reasonably short, most of them. Trying to get caught up with the cooking ones. How are you going with Moon Month? Leave a comment and let me know, because we're nearly halfway through. How's that? It goes fast, doesn't it? All right. No more questions. Okay. All right, guys. See you next week. Have a great week. Happy cheapskating. Bye.